The drama begins by showing our male lead Shin. He looks smart and confident, but more than that, he is a professional sharpshooter athlete. He is also the captain of his university team. His biggest dream is to win for his country in the Olympics. Because he is always so focused on shooting, in real life his behavior is very cold. He cannot remember people's names or even recognize faces. That is why he regularly consults a psychiatrist. On the other side, we see our female lead Tang. She is a struggling reporter working in an agency. She has been given the task to live stream the National Shooting Championship. If she completes this successfully, she will be promoted as a permanent reporter. In the next scene, Tang reaches the university shooting team to cover the match. There she meets Zhang, who is a member of Shin's team. But suddenly, the team faces a big problem. Because of the heavy rain, their pistols get jammed. After that, Shin immediately takes action. Using his skills, he quickly fixes the pistol. For him, winning the national championship is extremely important. The moment Tang sees Shin, she remembers this is the same boy she loved during her school days. Shin was her school-time crush. She always supported him, protected him from teachers, and even shared her notes. Once, Shin even told her, "I can never forget you." But today, Shin doesn't even remember Tang's name. He treats her very strangely. The match begins, and Tang starts her live streaming. But Shin feels irritated by her presence. He thinks, "I know this girl, but I can't clearly remember her." Meanwhile, during the break, Shin himself goes to Tang and says, "Please don't appear in the arena again. Because of you, my performance is being disturbed." Tang feels deeply hurt, but continues her work because she has no choice. That night, Tang also dreams of a shooter wearing the number 7 jersey. Suddenly in the dream, that shooter turns and points his pistol at her. In reality, Shin's jersey also has the number 7. In the next scene, Ling makes his entry. He is the heir of a big company and has come to sponsor the championship, mainly to impress his father. Tang is now sitting in the audience while streaming live, and that is when she meets Ling for the first time. Shin notices Tang again and loses his focus. Because of this, he misses his target. Team member Xiao observes all this and requests Tang to leave. After that, Tang continues streaming with Ling's help, staying hidden so Shin cannot see her. Shin regains focus, defeats his rival, and wins first position. Later, Tang's boss orders her to interview Shin. She goes to him, but Shin ignores her. Tang asks, "Don't you remember anything from all those school years?" She doesn't realize that everything is still going live. At once, Shin covers Tang's phone with his jacket and turns off the camera. Tang's boss scolds her again, but secretly wondered, is Shin her ex-boyfriend? Then he asks her to dig up gossip news about him. Meanwhile, Ling approaches Shin and requests him to promote his brand, but Shin refuses. Still, Shin begins to feel that maybe Tang seems familiar. Finally, he agrees to do the interview. During the interview, Tang again asks about school memories, but Shin coldly replies, "A sharpshooter always looks forward, never backward." Tang leaves, heartbroken. She remembers the time in school when Shin saved her from a basketball and said, "I will always protect you." But now, Shin has forgotten everything. The story continues. Shin looks at an old watch when Xiao, who feels a little jealous of Tang, comes to meet him. She is upset because Shin gave the interview only to Tang. After that, Tang is on her way back to her city. Coincidentally, her seat on the train is right in front of Shin. Because Tang is short in height, she struggles to place her luggage in the overhead rack. Shin helps her. Later, at the airport, one of Tang's bags falls, and once again Shin picks it up and returns it to her. Tang says with a smile, "I want to gift this to you, as a friend." But Shin replies coldly, "We are not friends." Tang feels hurt. In the next scene, Tang finds out in her office that Shin's interview has gone viral. People are now spreading rumors that Shin and Tang are ex-couple. Tang tries to explain this to her boss, but he refuses to listen. Later, Shin and Tang meet again, but once more Shin ignores her. Zhang notices this and asks Shin, "Are you thinking about Tang?" He explains, "Just like animals get attracted by each other's scent, humans also do. It's natural attraction." Then a party scene begins. The whole team is present. Shin suddenly remembers Tang's smell and tells her, "You never change your washing powder. You still have the same old fragrance." He walks out, and Tang follows him. Tang apologizes for the fake news spreading in Shin's life because of her interview. Just then, some girls come to take selfies with Shin. He feels nervous, so Tang holds his hand and takes him away. Meanwhile, both of them end up at a festival. Tang wants ice cream, but has no money, so Shin buys it for her. They spend a fun time together, and people mistake them as a couple. They also find a fortune-telling candy at the festival. After that, when Tang opens the candy at home, the message inside says, It is impossible to separate you two. Reading this, Tang becomes very happy. She tells her friend, when I met my first love again, I saw he is completely changed. But still, I don't know why my heart doesn't stay under control when I see him. In the next scene, Tang is filming a blog about the sharpshooting team's fitness routine. Suddenly, Zhang falls down and responsibility shifts to Shin. During the interview, when Shin comes close to Tang, she loses her balance. She is about to fall, but Shin catches her. They come very close. Shin says softly, I don't know why, but the way I feel for you is like an addiction. Tang is shocked. Later, her friend tells her, you both look so good together. I wish you could become a couple. Then, the photos of Shin and Tang from the festival go viral. People get confused and think they are officially a couple. Some even start abusing Tang online. But in reality, there was nothing between them. So, the coach and Tang's boss release an official statement that this news is fake. After that, the coach meets both Tang and Shin. He tells Shin, you seem very distracted these days. Don't let thoughts about someone else affect your career. One rainy evening, Tang is walking and gets drenched. Shin comes there, covers her with his jacket, and takes her with him. But then he says, actually, Tang, I want to keep distance from you. He gives back the fortune-telling candy and says, because of you, I'm distracted. Shooting is too important for me. Tang feels broken and says, you are so selfish. You only thought about yourself in the past, and you are still the same today. I wish you could understand how much you have hurt me. She walks away. In the next scene, Ling gives Tang a lift. He thinks she is stressed because of the online comment. He takes her to a bar, where Tang drinks a lot and gets emotional, talking about Shin. She opens Shin's fortune candy. The message inside says, your fates are tied together. Ling secretly clicks a photo of the candy and posts it on social media. In the picture, Tang's handbag is also visible. Shin sees the photo online and becomes worried. Zhang had already warned him that Ling is a playboy. Immediately, Shin rushes to find Tang. He confronts Ling and warns him, stay away from her. After that, Shin follows Tang. But Tang, still angry, says, didn't you want distance? Then why are you following me now? Shin replies honestly, I wanted to remove you from my life, because I was getting distracted from shooting. But I couldn't. What should I do? Tang looks at him with tears and says, your mission and your goal are all that matter to you. Tang feels broken and says, I have no value in your life. Then she walks away. In the next scene, Shin is shown going home. Because of stress, he lies down under his bed, which is what he always does whenever he feels trouble. After that, the next day, Shin's psychiatrist comes to meet him. While talking, she notices a paper in his room with Tang's name written on it. The coach and psychiatrist both realize that the real reason for Shin's problem is Tang. Meanwhile, Ling creates a new issue. Not only does he join the team, but he also cancels Tang's company's live streaming collaboration and gives the project to his own company. Tang's boss becomes very worried. Tang then decides she will talk to Ling herself to solve the problem. She messages him to meet outside because she doesn't want to face Shin. They meet, but out of curiosity, Shin secretly comes to see them. The moment Tang notices Shin, she immediately hides, not wanting to face him. In the next scene, Ling starts shooting. His aim is strong, and with the very first shot, he hits the target, impressing everyone. He had trained abroad, but because he took a long break, his balancing skills are still weak. After that, Tang goes to her boss to discuss the issue, but overhears some colleagues saying that if the contract is not renewed, the whole team will lose their job. Hearing this, Tang feels motivated again and decides she must talk to Ling until the problem is solved. Tang approaches Ling again. In front of everyone, Ling behaves rudely with her. Later, Tang folds her hands and pleads with him, please, anyhow, bring the contract back. Ling actually wants revenge on Shin, so he tells Tang, there's one condition. I will give the contract back if you become my assistant. Whenever I call, you must come running. You'll do small tasks for me. If I am satisfied, your work will be done. In the next scene, the following day, Shin and Ling are jogging together. Tang arrives carrying many bottles of water. She stumbles and directly bumps into Shin. He helps her pick up the bottle, but Ling scolds her, I told you to bring cold water. Shin feels angry seeing this and says to Ling, I warned you to stay away from this girl. Ling replies, why should I listen to you? Furious, Shin lifts him and pushes him down. After that, Tang runs in the rain to bring a towel for Ling. She is completely soaked. Shin offers her his towel, but Tang avoids him and keeps running ahead, not letting him come close. At that moment, Xiao arrives with an umbrella. Ling takes advantage of the situation and leaves with Xiao. Shin quietly hands his umbrella to Tang. In the next scene, for more excitement, Ling decides to shift into the hostel. Coincidentally, he gets assigned to Captain Shin's room. A fight breaks out between the two. Ling refuses to leave the room, so they agree on a challenge. They will play a live battle game. If Ling wins, Shin must share the room with him. This is not shooting practice, but a team survival game. The winner gets the room. Tang also arrives there. Ling insists that she join his team and says, "If I win, I'll return the contract to your company." During the toss, Tang accidentally ends up on Ling's team instead of Shin's. After that, the match begins. It turns into an intense game from both sides. Everyone enjoys watching. In the end, only Tang is left from her team while two players remain on the opposite side. Tang manages to defeat both of them single-handedly and wins the match. She becomes very happy. Ling keeps his word and says, "I'll fulfill my promise." But just then, Shin's foot gets stuck and he falls directly onto Tang. Because of this, they accidentally kiss. The sudden kiss shocks Tang so much that she faints. In the next scene, Tang wakes up in a hospital room. Shin is sitting beside her and says, "Sorry, you fainted because of my kiss." Tang feels extremely awkward. A doctor comes to check her, since she had been unconscious for quite a while. But Tang refuses. Mistakenly, the doctor assumes Shin is her boyfriend and says, "Convince your girlfriend to cooperate." Later, Shin's psychiatrist also arrives and says, "Don't worry, I'll talk to her." She then privately speaks with Tang and later tells Shin, "This girl has some emotional issues." Meanwhile, Tang's friends and Ling also come to the hospital with fruits and gifts. Just then, Shin enters with a lot of food. He notices Tang holding an apple and asks where it came from. When he learns that Ling brought it, Shin says, "This is useless. You won't eat this. You will only eat the pomegranate I brought." Tang refuses, saying, "I don't want it. It needs to be cut." So Shin cuts the pomegranate himself and feeds it to her with his own hands. In the next scene, the psychiatrist has a long conversation with Tang. Tang says, "I've known Shin for many years, but I don't understand why he behaves so coldly with me." The doctor then explains, a few years ago, Shin had an accident. Since then, he has suffered some psychological problem. He remembers some things, but he has forgotten others. Hearing this, Tang decides she will not tell Shin anything. His career is very important, and she feels he is already disturbed because of her. The doctor gently tells her, "Don't worry, leave everything to nature." Shin was hoping that maybe with time, Tang's memories would come back on their own. After that, Shin goes to meet his doctor and asks about Tang. The doctor says she doesn't have any physiological problem, but she has been living alone for a long time. Maybe that's the reason. Then Shin comes to the hospital to pick Tang. He had again brought pomegranates for her. He asks, "Do you live alone? Is there anyone who can shift with you, maybe a friend?" Tang replies, "No, there's no one." Shin says, "All right then, from now on, I will stay with you." Tang tries to refuse, but Shin doesn't listen. In the next scene, both of them start preparing to shift into a new apartment. The apartment was small, but very cute. Together, they clean it and decorate it in their own way. Actually, this apartment was given to Tang by her boss because Tang had helped them win back an important contract. The boss tells her, "This all happened because of your hard work. And anyway, living with Shin will also improve communication between our channel and the shooting team." Meanwhile, Tang is making noodles for herself and also offers some to Shin. But Shin, being an athlete, doesn't eat junk food. At that moment, Tang accidentally mentions something related to school days. Shin gets a little surprised. Tang didn't want to remind Shin about the past. She only wished that Shin would remember everything slowly by himself. Tang says, "Now that we are living together, I promise I'll try to be a good housemate." In the next practice session, Ling says to Xiao, "You were always Shin's partner, but now I want to become your partner. I am capable and I will work very hard." Xiao explains to him, to become a partner, skill is not enough. Understanding is also important. Slowly, Ling was beginning to understand this, and Xiao noticed it. In the next scene, Tang recalls how, during school days, Shin used to take her to school on his bicycle. Now that they were living together, this coincidence felt very sweet to Tang. After that, the shooting team was doing fitness practice. Xiao wanted to be Shin's partner, but Ling quickly went and became Xiao's partner instead. Everyone was exercising while Tang was recording their video. Later, during shooting practice, Tang was again recording everything. At one point, when Shin was about to shoot, one of his friends tried to tease Tang so that Shin would get distracted. Ling even threatened Tang, "If you don't do what I say, I will take your contract back." Because of that, Tang was forced to speak some lines. But Shin did not get disturbed at all and performed the best shooting, winning the contract back. The coach tells this to Shin's doctor. The doctor says, "I also noticed this. Ever since Shin started living with that girl, he doesn't get disturbed so easily." In the next scene, When Shin comes home, Tang comes out of the bathroom holding lots of products. Shin gets surprised. Do girls really need so many things just for bathing? Tang then goes back to pick up something else. Suddenly something falls. Shin thinks maybe it's some private item, but Tang says, "Oh no, it's just my hairband." Tang was very happy living with Shin, but she lacked self-confidence. Sometimes she would spill drinks. Sometimes she couldn't speak properly. One day, when Shin walks past her, Tang gets nervous and falls back. She says, "We are opposite gender. Please don't come near me. I start feeling scared." After that, the next morning Shin goes jogging and then makes breakfast by himself. Tang happily eats the breakfast. At the office, the boss tells Tang, "Bring Shin and Ling together on camera." One is a businessman and the other is a famous shooter. But this task was difficult because there was romantic tension between them. At night, Shin and Tang sit together on the sofa watching TV. After some time, Shin falls asleep and his head rests on Tang's shoulder. Tang gets a little confused. Shin also wants Tang to ride with him on the bicycle, but Tang refuses. Later, during shooting practice, Tang tells Shin, "I am going to the washroom." But instead, she goes to meet Ling. Ling gives her an idea. "You and Shin should appear together in more videos. This will make our boss happy and also promote your business." In the next scene, Tang is thinking, "Why can't I speak properly in front of Shin, while I can talk normally with everyone else?" She goes to Shin's doctor and asks why this happened. The doctor explains, "In your eyes, Shin is a perfect person with no flaws. That's why you get an inferiority complex. You should try to find his weakness. He is also a normal human, just like you." On the other side, Shin's friend tells him, "Talk sweetly with Tang. Girls like such boys." Then it is revealed that Tang's boss and Shin's doctor are actually husband and wife. But right now, they are living separately because of some fight. Now, while returning home from campus, Shin wants Tang to ride the bicycle with him. Tang refuses, so Shin takes her bag. Tang is forced to go with him. At home, Tang wonders, what could be Shin's weakness? She remembers that in school days, Shin was scared of horror movies, so she downloads one and sits to watch it with Shin. But Shin doesn't get scared. Instead, he keeps asking Tang questions, making her nervous. Shin comes close to her and says, "I want to talk sweetly with you, and I want to see you happy." Hearing this, Tang gets nervous, leaves the TV, and runs to her room. Tang thinks, "Now I will disturb him so that he gets angry at me, and it will be fun." While Shin is exercising, Tang starts killing mosquitoes nearby, but Shin doesn't get disturbed. Instead, he says, "I have cooked dinner for you." Tang thinks, he is such a sweet boy. Does he even have any flaws? Still, for teasing, she asks, "Why do you keep looking at me again and again?" But Shin replies politely. Tang thinks, such a nice boy, from where do I even find flaws in him? Shin becomes troubled because Tang is unable to speak properly in front of him. She wonders, if I get nervous now, then what will happen during my live stream? That night, Tang slips a letter under Shin's door. Shin reads it. "From now on, we will talk less. If there's something important, this is my WeChat ID." Shin had never even downloaded WeChat before. He quickly downloads it and tries to add Tang, but falls asleep out of exhaustion. The whole night, he cannot sleep. In the morning, he wakes up early and goes for shooting practice. Chang talks to him, but Shin's mood is off. Shin asks Chang, "Download WeChat for me and show me how to add someone. Also, if a girl says she wants to talk less, what does it mean?" Chang replies, "It means she doesn't like your face." Hearing this, Shin gets angry. "The sweet-talking advice you gave me was useless." Chang laughs and says, "I have many more tricks. I will tell you." Meanwhile, in Tang's office, a new intern joins. Along with him, another boy is hired who turns out to be Tang's brother. Now both of them work as co-workers. On the other side, Chang is teaching Shin how to impress girls. He says, "Pin the girl against the wall, lean close, make eye contact, and talk in a macho style. She will definitely fall for you." In the next scene, Tang comes with a new intern to meet the shooting team. Shin tries to use this macho trick on her, but seeing Shin, Tang becomes nervous and runs away. Tang then meets the psychiatrist. He suggests people who stammer can sing instead, then they don't stammer. Tang thinks, should I sing in front of Shin every time I talk? Later, Shin finds out Tang's favorite snack. He goes to the market to buy it. When he returns, Tang is standing on the bridge. Shin walks up to her in a weird macho style, pins her to the bridge, makes eye contact, and tries to give the snack. But Tang scolds him and runs away. Then Shin's friends give him a new idea. Give your most precious thing as a gift. For Shin, his most precious things are his medals and trophy. But then he remembers his jacket, the one he wore in his junior championship. That is even more special. In the next scene, Ling challenges Shin. "Let's have a trial match. If I win, Xiao will be my partner. Shin accepts and chooses Tang as his partner. At this chance, he puts his jacket on Tang. On the other side, Xiao feels hurt that Shin didn't choose her. She tells Ling, now we must win this match no matter what. Shin starts coaching Tang, but Tang doesn't talk to him. Whenever she wants to ask something, she types it on her phone. Shin comes close, but Tang loses confidence completely. Tang is frustrated with her stammering. She thinks of a plan. When the whole team goes for karaoke, she will sing. She tries, but her voice is out of tune, and everyone makes fun of her. Shin comes to save her. Then Ling gives her another chance. He himself sings a song, and everyone likes it. Shin also supports Tang, and people get impressed. Later, Tang is practicing in a cabin. Shin comes there and helps her. Without realizing, Tang starts speaking normally with Shin. Tang finally admits to him, I stammer in front of you. That's why I'm scared of talking to you. In her room, Tang tries a live stream by rapping, but she becomes sad. Shin wants to help, but she avoids him. Then Shin softly taps her door with a stick. This trick works, and Tang's live stream becomes successful. In the next scene, Shin and his team arrive outside Tang's office. The new intern tells Tang that they are here. Tang quickly rushes outside. Shin's team, after seeing her, steps back. Tang moves aside and leaves Shin alone with her. Then both of them go to the gymnasium. Shin makes her do singing practice there. After that, on campus, Shin makes Tang wear a special dress and does shooting practice with her. Tang thinks this is the same Shin who used to behave so cold before. Then Shin adds her on WeChat, which Tang happily accepts. In the next scene, Tang tells Shin's doctor that these days Shin has become very caring. The doctor says, whether he remembers anything or not, it is good for you. Then Shin sees that Tang is wearing the same costume for her live stream. Tang sets up the live stream in the living area itself. Meanwhile, Tang's office colleague AI watches her live stream and starts making some evil plan. After Tang completes her live stream, she forgets to turn off the webcam. Shin is roaming around wearing lots of clothes because once Tang scolded him for wearing short. Tang asks, why are you wearing so many clothes? Shin starts taking off the shirts right there, and all this is going live. AI secretly screen records everything. Just then, Tang's brother suddenly comes home. He sees the webcam still on, and Tang quickly shuts it off. Tang's brother gets friendly with Shin very quickly. He even starts calling him brother-in-law. Tang says, there is nothing like that between us, but Shin feels happy listening to it. The next day, Tang finds out that AI has made a complaint against her. Tang explains to her boss, I was just working on my rapping idea. The boss believes her a little. Tang's friends warn her, don't trust AI. She is very cunning. Tang's brother says, now I will keep an eye on her. Some days later, Tang's boss accepts her rapping idea. After that, Tang goes grocery shopping with Shin. There she says, after the match, I want to take a short interview of you. Shin agrees. In the next scene, a match happens between Shin and Ling's team. Both Shin and Tang perform well. Ling makes a mistake because of which Shin wins. After the match, as promised, Shin gives an interview to Tang. During the interview, a fan asks, what kind of girls do you like? The qualities Shin describes match exactly with Tang. Hearing this, Tang becomes a little shy. Tang's boss becomes very happy with today's live stream because their channel got a lot of views. He thanks Tang and also praises her. In happiness, he even gives her half a day off. Tang is about to go for lunch with Shin when she gets an emergency call and is called back to the office. At the office, Tang's boss has received an innocent-looking video of her. Boss says, I trust you, but this looks edited. Actually, AI had that video edited and sent it to senior officers. Tang tells everything to her brother, but right now she has no proof because she deleted her old account. Otherwise, she could have shown the original video to prove there was nothing wrong in it. Her brother tells her, give me some time, I will find evidence soon. Meanwhile, Shin waits for Tang outside her office. As soon as he comes upstairs, Tang's boss meets him and calls Tang, telling her to go for lunch with Shin. On the way to lunch, Tang feels strained. Suddenly, she gets strong stomach cramps and makes an excuse to leave. Shin understands the problem, and when he realizes it is because of her natural cycle, he says, how will you go in this condition? Wait, I'll go and bring pads for you. Just tell me which one. Shin immediately rushes to the supermarket. When he returns, he has a big shopping bag in his hand. As Tang gets up to leave, Shin comes from behind and ties his jacket around her waist so that she feels comfortable. When Tang comes back, Shin has already ordered hot milk for her. He also notices that Tang's shoes are not fitting well because of which her feet have been hurt. Shin himself puts bandages on her feet and says, "Next time I'll go shopping with you myself. We will buy the best shoes together." Meanwhile, Tang's brother finds some proof, but it is only limited to screenshots. Screenshots were being circulated. They were edited, and all of it was done by AI. But the video clip everyone was talking about was still being shown in the wrong context. Tang didn't even have a backup of that clip. Because of this, she became a little worried. She took the evidence to her boss, but he told her, "Now you also solve this video problem. Otherwise, you won't be allowed to live stream in the next championship." After this, Tang and her brother went to AI. AI gave them a straight answer. "Yes, I didn't do all this alone. Do whatever you want now." Then she mocked Tang and said, "You yourself were careless. Now suffer the result." Tang took this as her last project and again went to record the training videos of the shooting team. During that time, she got a phone call. The message said, "You couldn't prove your innocence. Now people are calling you an R-rated live streamer. Because of this, you won't get a chance to live stream in the next project." Xiao, who was standing in the washroom, overheard everything. She came to Tang and said supportively, "I trust you. You can never do such a cheap thing." Meanwhile, a new issue came up in the shooting team. One of their teammates, Chin, who was on leave for a few days, was actually secretly working as a personal shooter outside the team. That was not allowed. When Chin returned, Shin argued with him and even threatened to kick him out of the team. In anger, Chin threw a water thermos at him. It was about to hit Tang, but Shin quickly stretched out his hand and saved her. For a shooter, getting an injury on the hand is a very big deal. Everyone panicked, and Tang immediately took Shin to the doctor. She sat beside him, holding the ice pack, and suddenly started crying. She was already stressed about her job, and now Shin also got hurt because of her. Shin felt something was wrong, but Tang hid everything from him. Later, when they came back, Tang learned that Shin had decided to leave the team. The next day, everyone followed Shin. He left his house and went to a hospital. When they found out inside, it became clear Chen's financial condition was very bad. His mother was very sick, and Chen was lying that he came on leave. He told her he had enough money for treatment, but in reality, he didn't. Chen gathered the whole team and started a donation. Everyone contributed for Chen's mother's treatment. Later, Ling paid the remaining bill. The whole team became very happy and clapped for Ling. Chen came to know that now his mother's treatment was fully covered. Chen called him and said, "Training starts again from tomorrow. Without you, the team feels incomplete." That evening, Xiao came to Shin and told him how much Tang was suffering because of the video issue. Next morning, Shin returned to the team. He apologized to Tang for his rude behavior. Both of them said sorry to each other. After that, Shin took Tang to buy shoes. They walked around the shopping mall together and carefully chose a perfect pair of shoes for her. Then the day of the championship arrived. Shin kept waiting for Tang, but she didn't come for live streaming. Instead, AI came, but nobody liked her commentary. During the break, Shin texted Tang, "Come here." He was distracted today because Tang wasn't there. Even the coach noticed it. After a long wait, when Tang finally arrived, Shin felt relieved. He got back his focus on the game. Today, AI was doing live streaming. The match ended and winners were announced. Shin and Xiao's team came first. Everyone clapped. During the live streaming, AI was shocked to see Tang there. She came and started insulting her. Tang's brother got angry and said, "Tell her to shut up, or I will." Tang calmly replied, "I will only talk about performance. Nobody liked your commentary." In the next scene, Shin was busy somewhere. At that moment, it was revealed AI had taken her revenge. She again made that old edited video viral, which earlier she had only sent to the superior. Even people who personally knew Tang were shocked this time. Her brother got very upset, but he stopped Tang and said, "Wait, don't react until the whole video ends." During the live stream itself, AI targeted Tang and said, "You're that live streamer whose video went viral, right? Don't you feel ashamed?" At this, Tang's brother quickly turned off her camera. A little later, the ceremony happened. Shin and Xiao received their gold medals. After coming down from the stage, AI approached Shin for an interview. But during the interview, Shin insulted her and said, "I won't give this interview to you. I'll give it to someone else." Then Tang's brother calmly let her handle the live stream. Shin stepped forward and gave the interview to Tang. By now, their vlog and rapping account were also restored. All the videos were back. They even played the original video to show the world what had actually happened that day. The video had been wrongly edited. When the whole world saw the real video, Shin came on camera with Tang and said, "The boy in this video is me. no one else. And I am Tang's boyfriend. AI sees this and becomes jealous, so she walks away. Now both Tang and Shin have become celebrity. When everyone finds out about their relationship, they start clapping and cheering. Shin confesses his love to Tang in front of the whole world. People begin taking photos and videos of them, but Tang doesn't give any reply. Instead, she quietly leaves for work. After that, Tang remembers some things that Jung once told her, that animals are attracted to scent. She recalls Shin also said something similar. Tang starts thinking, maybe Shin only feels attraction toward me, and he is mistaking it for love. In the next scene, Tang goes to the office. Her boss calls her into the cabin. He is very happy about today's live streaming. He congratulates her, saying, now your job is safe. The whole world saw you were innocent. Our superiors are also happy, because today's views broke all records. Then he warns her, now that Shin is your boyfriend, don't make any mistake. Don't let a breakup happen, otherwise our collaboration with Shin's shooting team could be ruined. It's your responsibility to keep him happy. Meanwhile, AI comes upstairs, very angry. She says, what will you do by firing me? I will leave myself. Yes, I was the one who did all the editing, but now I have already lost. The boss is left shocked. In the evening, when Tang is going home, her brother tells her, you should give a proper answer to my brother-in-law. He confessed his feelings so sincerely. After that, Tang reaches home and eats her instant noodles. Suddenly, she hears the door opening. She quickly hides, trying to avoid Shin, but he catches her. To escape, Tang pretends to be busy cleaning and starts shining the already clean kitchen again. Shin notices this and says, at least finish your food first. But she refuses, so Shin also takes a towel and starts cleaning the kitchen in front of her. He says, now everything is already clean. So answer my question, do you also love me? But Tang makes an excuse about her leg injury and runs away. Then Tang talks to the doctor. She says, I don't feel okay. I truly love Shin, but he doesn't remember anything from the past. I feel so insecure. What if he is only connected to me because of attraction, like animals with pheromones? The doctor explains to her, please don't make things complicated. Let nature unfold everything the way it's meant to. Meanwhile, Shin asks Jung, Tang still hasn't given me an answer? Jung replies, that only means one thing. Maybe she doesn't love you. That's why she isn't answering. She doesn't want to hurt you by saying no, because you both also have a working relationship. Hearing this, Shin becomes very upset. The next day, many friends from the shooting team go to the coach and request, can we have a small party today? Our team has just won the mixed championship. The coach allows them. In the next scene, when Tang comes to the shooting team, Shin's friends surround her and ask, what answer did you give? What do you think about our captain? But Tang runs away without saying anything. Then in the evening, a barbecue party is shown. Shin finds an excuse to sit near Tang. The others also try to give them space. Shin is very happy today. He makes a special barbecue for Tang. When he gives it to her, he says, I will only let you eat this if you answer my love confession. Tang replies, then I won't eat. Shin smiles and says, it's okay. I grilled it for you anyway. If you don't want to answer, that's fine. After a while, most of the people leave. Only 6 remain. Following his plan, Jung suggests, why don't we play truth and dare? For punishment, Jung has prepared a horrible mixed drink. Ling's turn comes first. He chooses dare and is asked to dance in the middle of the road. He actually does it. Then Shin's turn comes. He is told to confess love to the person sitting farthest from him. He refuses and directly drinks the nasty mix. Then the game continues. Not once, but 3 times. Tang's turn comes, but she doesn't choose truth or dare. Every time, she chooses the drink. Now she becomes very drunk. Shin tries to stop her from drinking more. Because of being drunk, she is no longer stuttering at all. She begins fighting with Shin. She says, did you forget that night of firework? You had forgotten me before too. You left me in the middle of the road. After saying this, she runs away. Shin chases after her. Tang reaches a bridge. She remembers a story, comparing herself to a doll and Shin to a little bear. Tang starts talking. Shin asks her about her feelings. She says, I really like Little Bear, but I'm scared that maybe he is coming close to me only because of attraction, not real love. After that, Tang goes home and sleeps. Shin carefully takes off her shoes, covers her with a blanket, and then leaves. Later, he calls Jang, tells him everything, and asks for advice. The next morning, when Tang wakes up, she doesn't remember much. She only remembers that she had been drinking. It was her day off, and in the evening, she had to visit a fortune teller. Meanwhile, Shin had bought a special gift for her, a pendant with a good luck symbol. When Tang arrives there, Shin is wearing a bear costume. He takes her hand, pulls her aside, and says, I am not Shin, I am Little Bear. Then he makes her dance and says, Little Bear truly loves doll. not because of pheromones, but from the heart. Surprisingly, Tang doesn't stutter at all and doesn't even feel nervous. Shin gives her the gift and says, "This will bring good luck for our love life. I don't want an answer right now. Don't say anything yet." In the next scene, the following day, Tang is going to the office. She is very happy. Her brother notices it and understands that maybe everything is fine now between her and Shin. That night, Tang looks at a group photo where Shin is only staring at her. Just then, she gets a message from her brother. "She is my favorite. Always keep her happy." Later, when Shin comes home, Tang greets him happily. She offers to cook food, but her cooking doesn't turn out well. Shin takes off her apron and cooks himself. He turns out to be a very good cook. Both of them feed each other and have lots of fun. While eating, Shin says, "Why don't we officially announce on social media that we are in a relationship?" He takes Tang's phone and changes his tag from friend to boyfriend. Then Tang reminds him that he is the team captain, so he should know how to handle the team well. She gives him some tips on how to improve weaker team members. Shin remembers what Jang once said. After entering a relationship, you have to listen to your partner in everything. So Shin smiles and says, "Now I will listen to you, but in return, I want a reward." Then he kisses her. In the next scene, the team is practicing. Because of the hot sun, Shin puts a cap on Tang's head and says, "You'll get tanned in the sunlight." He also offers to help her, but Tang refuses. The coach notices all this and realizes that Shin is now fulfilling his responsibility as a captain very well. Then we see Shin sitting with Tang. He leans forward as if he wants to kiss her, but Tang isn't ready. She feels bad for Shin, so she brings a water bottle. Both of them kiss the same bottle. After that, Shin keeps carrying that bottle around because it had Tang's lipstick mark. But when Jang sees it, he wipes off the mark, and Shin gets upset. The next day, Shin comes to Tang with a card that says, "Will you go on a date with me?" His friends also hold up cardboard signs to help him propose. Shin really wants Tang to go out with him, but since there wasn't much time, his friends give him a hint. Shin says, "Your hairband is so old and broken. Let's go buy a new one." He takes her to a quiet corner, but suddenly a little girl appears. She cleverly says, "You two don't look like husband and wife." Hearing this, Shin gets a bit angry. The little girl starts shouting. To avoid trouble with her mother, Shin and Tang quickly wear masks and caps. Actually, Shin and Tang's relationship was not physical yet. That's why they didn't look like a real couple. Tang says, "Sorry, I'm a little different. I have some psychological issues. Until they get solved, I can't get close to you." Shin replies gently, "Don't worry. I have both time and patience." After that, Tang talks to her doctor. The doctor says, as your stuttering improves, you won't feel awkward around Shin anymore. In the next scene, after training, Tang and Shin are taking photos together. All the boys are secretly watching them. When practice ends, Tang goes to bring water, but her shoulder hits the net. Shin immediately comes, checks her shoulder, and even massages it a little. The other boys tease, "We also want massage, Captain." Now seeing Shin so close to Tang, all the single boys start getting jealous. Then Jeong comes to Tang and acts innocent. He says, "Even after such hard training, we never get any reward. Please help a little." Tang agrees. At home, Shin and Tang sit together, drinking tea and eating snacks. Tang says, "In winters, I feel like eating boiled meat. Let's go for dinner." But then she adds, "Why not take the whole team along? They work so hard. They also deserve a reward." Shin agrees. After that, Shin teases Tang, "But what reward will I get in return?" Tang laughs and decides to play a little game. She blindfolds him and asks, "Guess which direction I'm standing?" Shane guesses correctly and demands his reward. But instead of a kiss, Tang quickly stuffs snacks into his mouth and runs away. Shane chases after her, both of them laughing like children. In the next scene, Shane makes a cute drawing and calls Tong over. She shows him her shirt with a checklist of 7 points written on it. She says, "Only when all 7 are completed, I'll give you the reward you want." Shin accepts the challenge. The very next morning, he treats the whole team to dinner, marking the first checkpoint. At the dinner, the team atmosphere becomes cheerful. 2 members are already couples, while the rest are single. Ling tries to guess Shio's favorite food, but all his guesses go wrong. One by one, the boys stand up and salute Shin, saying, "He is our captain." Strict, yes, but everything he does is for our improvement. The environment turns warmer, and everyone feels like a family. Meanwhile, Tong shows Shin a dollhouse that looks exactly like their apartment. She says softly, "Living here has been one of the happiest memories of my life." Shin feels touched, happy to be a part of her cherished memories. The doll and teddy bear inside the dollhouse symbolize their wish to stay together forever. In the next scene, the coach makes an announcement at the gymnasium. Shin has been selected for China's national team. His victories and hard work have earned him this honor. It's a huge step in his career. Proudly, Shin takes Tong to the office. The coach tells her, "Since Shin started being with you, I've seen many positive changes in him." He hands Tang Shin's official national team form, but Tong steps back, feeling uneasy. Deep down, she worries that if Shin joins the team, he will move away to another city. Shio notices Tong's sadness and informs Shin, but Tang hides her feelings, pretending to be strong. She gives him the form and says firmly, "Now go. Start packing for your new journey." Then she rushes to the washroom, crying alone. Later, Shio is upset too, as her own name wasn't on the list. When Tang comes out, Ling appears with a tissue, saying gently, "Wipe your tears." Just then, Shin sees them together, jealousy rising. He grabs Ling's hand. Ling responds, "Don't be so possessive. Do you think I would chase Tong when you were in her life?" When Tong returns home, she finds that Shin still hasn't submitted the form. The next day, her boss hears about Shin's selection and panics. His channel was promoting both Ling and Shin together. He urges Tang, think of something before Shin leaves. Meanwhile, Tang's brother secretly tells Shin, "My sister thinks about you all the time." Hearing this makes Shin deeply happy. In the next scene, Tang goes to meet Ling for advice. Ling suggests, "Take portrait photos of Shin and me. Post them gradually. That way, the transition will be smooth." Tang likes the idea. But just as she's about to leave, Shin suddenly appears, blocking her path. He asks, "What were you talking about with Ling?" Tang tries to slip away, but Shin steps in front of her again. This time, Tang pulls him close and whispers, "Don't forget your check marks. Don't you want your reward?" After that, Tang returns to the office, working late on her project. When she finally reaches home, she finds Shin waiting. She smiles wearily, "I'm very tired. But because your behavior was so good today, you'll soon earn your next check mark." In the following days, Shin eagerly waits for Tang, but she stays late at work every night. Truth is, Tong is quietly sad soon Shin will leave for the national team. Noticing her gloom, Shin says gently, "If my leaving makes you this sad, then maybe I shouldn't go." Tang shakes her head, "No, I don't want to be the wall blocking your path. You must go." Before leaving, Shin leans in, wanting to kiss her. But Tang freezes again, her psychological barrier still holding her back. Shin doesn't pressure her. Instead, he smiles and says, "It's okay. I'll wait. One day, you'll kiss me first." In the next scene, Tang brings a cameraman to the gym. Her boss had ordered that a photo shoot of Shin and Ling must happen before Shin leaves. Ling arrives overdressed, almost like a bride. Sean is shocked. He hadn't known he was paired with Ling. Seeing Tang help Ling with her suitcase of outfits makes Shin jealous. He storms outside. Tang follows him, trying to calm him. She promises, "When you come home tonight, you'll get your reward." Hearing this, Shin relaxes. Later, during makeup, Tang playfully brings Shin closer, then wipes it away. Dressed up, the two step outside for the photo shoot. At one moment, Shin pulls Tang close and she falls into his lap. They stay there quietly for a while before heading into the changing room, where they share tender, romantic moment. Tang whispers, "If you don't leave me, I'll never leave you either." In the next scene, the gym hosts a shoot for both Ling and Shin. Ling teases, "Why are you looking at me? Your girlfriend is right there." They pose together, looking sharp and handsome. After that, Shin begins making notes about Tong's likes, cleanliness being one of them. He spends time cleaning their apartment, making it spotless. That night, Tang returns home holding a cake, planning to surprise him. But on her way, a strange man starts following her. He turns out to be a crazed fan, ready to attack. Terrified, Tang calls Shin. Just in time, Shin arrives and scares the man away. He takes Tang home, gives her medicine, and comforts her. Shaken and emotional, Tang finally reaches a breaking point, and the moment they had both been waiting for finally comes. Tang finally does what Shin was waiting for. She herself moves forward and kisses him. Shin is completely shocked and forgets everything. Tang tries to feed him cake, but Shin quietly goes back to his room. Tang then remembers high school days. Back then too, Shin was always so worried about her safety. She had forgotten those memories, but Shin was still the same. The next day, news comes out that Shin has taken a big decision. Will he not join the national team? Everyone gets worried about his decision. At the gym, Tang also finds out that Shin will join the national team only next year, before the Olympics. Tang goes to Shin, holds his hand, and takes him aside. Shin says, "I'm always worried about your safety. I want to stay with you 24/7. Earlier, my passion was shooting. Now, my passion is you." Then Tang and Shin go inside the gym. His friends tease them, calling them Romeo and Juliet. One even jokes, "From now, we'll call you Mrs. Shin, not Tang." Soon, it is revealed that Shin and his team have winter training in another city. The whole winter will be spent there. Tang also has to go with them because of her live streaming work. Finally, the departure day comes. Shin waits for Tang near the bus. She arrives late, but sits with him. On the bus, Shin tries to create a romantic moment. He pretends to be sick, rests his head on her shoulder, and then says, "Post this picture on social media." When they reach the winter training base, another university's team is also there. Among them is the same boy Shin had beaten in the beginning. He again misbehaves with Tang, but Shin protects his girlfriend. Then enters a very famous commentator in broadcasting, Mr. Su. Tang is also his fan. He had already seen Tang's live streaming and praises her. Later in the hotel, both teams' captains argue, but Mr. Su steps in and resolves the issue. Tang thanks him, and they talk for a while. Shin doesn't like this and gets upset. Tang also realizes it when Shin doesn't let her into his room. Actually, Shin just wanted Tang to stay away from Mr. Su. The next day, during a shooting practice scene, Shin tells Tang, "I'm not narrow-minded, but I don't trust Mr. Su, so I want you to keep some distance from him." Because of Shin's anger, Tang feels upset. Ling advises her, "Give him a handmade gift. He will surely be happy." Tang likes this idea. Even though Shin was angry, he still cared deeply for her. He even sent warm pads for Tang through Jiang, since it was so cold there. When Tang is going to the market, Mr. Su offers her a lift, but she refuses, knowing Shin is already upset about him. Then AI appears. She tries to impress Mr. Su because she wants a job from him. That night, Tang gets a message from Mr. Su. "Whenever you need help, I'm always here." The next day, Tang waits outside Shin's room. Shin pulls her inside, talks to her, and slips a warm pad into her jacket so she won't feel cold. Later, at the winter camp, a ceremony takes place. During live streaming prep, Mr. Su comes and gives Tang a pair of headphones since hers were broken. When the ceremony starts, Xiao's achievements are praised. Hearing her name, Ling stands and claps loudly, but Xiao shows no reaction. Then Shin gives a speech. "I promise someone that I will win an Olympic gold medal, and I will definitely fulfill that promise." Tang had decided to gift Shin DIY bullets. For this, she carefully observes his pistol and bullets, pretending she's making a video, so she can make them exactly like that. At that time, Shang challenges Shin, "Let's have a mirror shooting match today." Tang advises Shin, "Let's see who wins by shooting while looking in the mirror." Shang is confident he will win, so he even wants the competition to be live streamed. But Shin defeats Shang, and everyone celebrates happily. Then Shang and Mr. Su arrive. Mr. Su tells Tang, "There is a broadcasters meeting. You are also invited." While leaving, Shin bumps into Mr. Su, and tensions rise. Meanwhile, Shang, despite losing, still plans to humiliate Shin and his team. Now, because of Mr. Su again, Shin gets angry with Tang. But Tang follows him, trying to calm him down. Both of them end up by the riverside. Shin and Tang spend time together. They walk around, enjoy quality time, and share happy moments. Meanwhile, Ling keeps wandering around Xiao again and again, but Xiao doesn't even look at him. Ling says, "The relationship we were talking about, and the things you wanted, all of that ended before it even started." Then he walks away in the direction where Tang and Shin are. On the way, Ling hurts her foot, but Xiao doesn't even turn back to check on him. Tang comes and asks Ling about her condition, but instead of staying, Ling runs after Xiao. After that, when they all leave, Tang and Shin start playing with a cute little hedgehog. Tang finds it very adorable and even feeds it some snack. Then, in the hotel, Tang is sitting and making some DIY bullets. At that time, she gets a call from her boss. The boss says, "I can't go to the broadcasting dinner. You have to attend on my behalf." Tang becomes worried. She couldn't refuse her boss, but at the same time, Shin could get upset with her. Meanwhile, AI happily gets ready to go with Mr. Su to the dinner. But suddenly, Su gets a call from Tang. Tang wants to go to the dinner with him, so Su pushes AI out of the car and leaves her behind. After that, Tang attends the dinner with Mr. Su. At the dinner, people start talking about Tang's old live streaming video, the same one that AI had edited and made viral. At the same time, AI sends Shin a photo from an unknown number, showing Tang sitting in the car with Su. Shin gets furious and rushes to the hotel immediately. But by the time he arrives, all the guests have already left. Then, Mr. Su tries to force himself on Tang, but Shin arrives just in time, slaps Su, and saves Tang. Outside, Shin tells Tang angrily, I already warned you. Stay away from this man. He was very mad, but deep down, he also cared for Tang. The next day, Shin goes to the riverside in anger. Tang follows him and explains, the boss was angry with me. That's why I had to go to the dinner. Shin finally understands and calms down. After that, once again, Mr. Su sees Tang alone and tries to trouble her. Tang panics, and when Shin comes from the front, she hugs him tightly. Su gets furious and threatens both of them before leaving. Later, Mr. Su starts blackmailing Tang through messages. He says, your reputation is already ruined. If anything happens again, people will only blame you. Tang becomes stressed and calls her boss, saying she wants to quit live streaming, but the boss refuses. Then during training, Jiang and Shin get into a small argument. Tang gets upset and walks away. Shin finds out, leaves his training immediately, and runs after her to stop her. Tang didn't want Mr. Su to ruin Shin's career because of her, but Shin motivates her and spends quality time with her to lift her mood. After that, Shin even discusses Tang's psychological issues with his doctor. Meanwhile, Tang shows Xiao the threatening messages from Su. Xiao says, I will talk to him myself. Su comes in front of Xiao and tries to bother her. Just then Shin arrives, but Tang stops him from fighting. Xiao smartly turns on the recording in her phone and talks to Su. Su realizes it and says, I have done many dirty things like this, but you are not even my type. I have no interest in you. On the other side, Tang's boss also learns the whole truth about Su. He talks to Su in his own style, calmly, not wanting a fight, but Su takes advantage of his decency. Su even says, your last intern also quit because I harassed her. Then a fight breaks out between them. Later, Su meets Ling. Since Ling already knew him, they start talking. Xiao sees them together and misunderstands, thinking Ling is just like Su. After that, Ling brings a beautiful dress for Xiao, but Xiao angrily says, friends like you are dirty. Then everyone makes a plan together against Su. They don't have strong evidence, but they find out about the connection between AI and Su. Shin goes to Su and warns him, I have proof against you. This is your last chance. Leave from here. So Su finally decides to go, but before leaving, he plans to take revenge on Tang and Shin. After that, Shin and Tang go out for dinner. The doctor had told Shin to keep praising Tang, so Shin keeps complimenting her again and again, which makes Tang feel awkward. Then during training, Zhang's team shows a blog written about Shin. This creates a heated argument between the two teams, and soon it turns into a fight. Coach arrives and stops everyone. He announces, training is over. From tomorrow, the competition will begin. Now Shin starts making a plan. Shin was wondering how to distract himself during shooting practice. In the next scene, while shooting, Shin accidentally shoots his own leg. After the investigation, it turns out that the bullet just scratched his skin, but still, Shin was injured. Even then, Shin says, I will finish this round and then go to the hospital. This gives courage to the whole team, and they end up winning the match that day. After that, in the hospital, Shin tells Tang, as long as I'm here, you should also stay here with me. Tang takes very good care of him. She feeds him and spends a lot of time by his side. Then Tang meets Xiao and tells her about Ling, saying, he is actually a good person. Xiao is just insecure because of her past. She never had a boyfriend before, but still, Tang's words make sense to her. In the next scene, Tang asks Shin, didn't you have a girlfriend in school? But Shin cannot remember anything. He replies, you are my first love. This makes Tang a little uneasy. She wonders, why does Shin remember everything except me? Then one day, because of heavy rain, the hospital's electricity goes off. Shin gets scared and hides under the bed. Tang also comes and lies down next to him. Both of them kiss each other. Now Tang's psychological problem is completely cured. She becomes very happy with this change and even tells her doctor about it. She also shares some past incidents. Like once, she and Shin went somewhere and suddenly some robbers came. They took Tang as a hostage and sent Shin to bring money. But Shin never came back because he had an accident on the way. Back in the present, Tang and Shin make a plan to bring Ling and Xiao together. So Shin calls Ling and reminds both of them, you two really like each other. Misunderstandings can destroy relationships. After that, Ling goes to Xiao and apologizes. He says, I know you misunderstood me. Now Xiao finally believes in his truth. Then Ling takes her downstairs, where he had prepared to propose. Xiao says yes, and both of them become very happy. Some days later, Shin's leg gets better, and he is discharged from the hospital. When he arrives at the winter camp, the whole team becomes very happy to see him. Then Tang gives Shin a handmade gift, which he really loved. Ling also comes with Xiao, and both couples enjoy together. In the next scene, Tang asks Shin about the watch that he always wears. Shin says, I don't remember much about it. When I had my accident, this watch was with me, and I just like keeping it. Now, because of Xiao, Ling becomes serious about his father's business. When Shin hears about this, he tells Tang, "From now on, I will also take my future seriously, because you are my future." After that, Tang prepares a farewell gift for Ling, because he is about to retire from shooting. The next day, coach says, "Today's competition will take the teams to the final round." Meanwhile, Shio is on a call with Mr. Su, planning something. She says, "I got all the material." They were planning to bring Shin down. Then we see Shin and Tang talking about meeting each other's parents, but Shang interrupts them and says, "Do you even know that once you lost your memory? Tang doesn't want you to know this. Right now, you are just happily in love with her. Have you forgotten how much you once hurt her? You don't even know how old your relationship with her is." After hearing this, Shin remembers Tang's past words and realizes that they already knew each other before, but he still cannot recall anything clearly. Then Shio sends Shin an old school photo, showing that he and Tang were actually in the same class. Now Shin is filled with questions. He goes to the doctor and asks about Tang, about the treatment she was taking, but the doctor doesn't tell him anything. After one day, Shang meets Shin and gives him all the material. Inside it, there is a newspaper article. It says that once, Tang was caught by robbers and was about to be raped, but the police arrived in time. Her boyfriend was with her, but he ran away under the excuse of bringing money and then had an accident. There was also a video showing that Shin had no money and left Tang in the hands of the robbers. After knowing this, Shin becomes completely shocked. All this could cause psychological trauma to him, and this was exactly Shang and Mr. Su's plan. But then Tang comes near Shin, but Shin asks her the same question. "Tang, you never let me feel all this time that when we first met, was I such a bad person that I left you to those robbers and ran away?" He was feeling very guilty. Shin now took everything to his heart. He just kept practicing shooting like a robot, but his mind was somewhere else. His friends and coach noticed this. Then Tang calls him, inviting him to eat, but he gives no reply. The next morning, when Tang wakes up, she sees Shin standing in front of a mirror. He was staring, lost, as if he couldn't recognize himself. Tang shares this symptom with the doctor. The doctor tells her that Shin's condition is getting serious. If he doesn't recover in time, it will become almost impossible to heal him. Tang becomes very worried. She asks for advice. The doctor says, "Stay positive. Support Shin completely." Tang doesn't give up. She talks to Shin's grandfather, who sends her some clues. From them, she learns that Shin had not run away that day. Actually, he was running toward her. She tells Shin all this and takes him back to the place where that painful incident happened. She wants him to remember. For Tang, it was very painful too, because this was the same place where she suffered sexual assault. But she endures everything for Shin's sake. Then Tang reminds Shin of many high school memories. She takes him to those places where they both used to go. They even visit their high school again. After this, Shin feels a little lighter and fresh. Now, Tang and Shin decide they will meet properly and stay close. The doctor gives Tang one advice. If the same incident is recreated at the same place, Shin may remember everything, but it is a little risky. Still, for his career, his recovery is very important. So, that very night, Tang goes and sits at that same place. Shin keeps searching, but still, he cannot remember anything. After that, Tang fulfills another one of her dreams. She finally watches the fireworks with Shin, something she couldn't do back in high school. Then, Tang and Shin practiced together a lot, because now they had to meet each other's parents. They teach each other how to impress the family. On New Year's, Shin goes to Tang's house to meet her parents. Tang's mom and dad really like Shin. To them, he seems just perfect for Tang. They even give both of them a green signal. Meanwhile, Shin's parents are living abroad, so they only talk on the phone. But even they find Tang very lovely. After that, Shin recovers completely and starts his training again. Some people become very happy, but others look worried. During this time, Shang again makes a plan with Mr. Su, but because of Ling, they get caught in time. Shang receives punishment from the team. Then, the winter training ends, and everyone comes back. By now, most of Tang's problems are solved. After that, Tang and Shin spend beautiful time together in their sweet little apartment. Later, everyone gathers to collect proof against Mr. Su. They even make a video. Tang exposes him successfully. Then Ling's farewell is shown, because now he wants to build his future in business. For him, Tang prepares a very sweet farewell video. At that moment, Shin remembers how Tang once told him that some robbers had kidnapped her. They tried to do wrong things to her. Because of that, she was always scared to enter a relationship. She didn't want any intimate bond. She had psychological trauma. Shin started blaming himself for this. After that, The next day, the competition begins, but his performance does not get affected. He hits every target like a machine. Meanwhile, Mr. Soo already understood his psychology, so he stands in front and makes some signs behind Tang's back, creating pressure on Shin's mind. And exactly that happens. Shin suddenly leaves shooting and walks away without talking to anyone. Because of this, their team loses the competition. Everyone is shocked. For the first time, Shin missed his targets. Then Tang goes to him and tries to explain. There was nothing like that. Shang lied. Trust yourself and trust me. On the other side, when all friends are sitting together, Tang's brother says, I saw Shang talking to Shin. From that time only, Shin became like this. So they all start planning to find the secret. They decide to check Shang's locker. 3 friends go and create a drama, starting a fake fight with another team, while others secretly take out things from the locker. But Shin gives no reaction. Tang says, he has gone completely silent. He even left me. Meanwhile, Shin's friends discover from Shang's locker that Shang was still meeting Mr. Soo. Both Soo and Shang are very happy because their plan worked. Tang's friends get very worried. They say, we must protect Shin. Tang also searches for him at his apartment, but doesn't find him. After searching a lot, finally, she sees him sitting in one place. But Shin is completely silent, not answering anyone. Then Shio says, I will take you to a place where you will go far away from all this. And Shin agrees. Meanwhile, Mr. Soo makes another evil move. He spreads news on the internet that Shin's poor performance is because of his relationship with Tang. Tang's boss tells her, don't worry, I'll remove all these rumors. You just go find Shin. He even gives her some leave from work. After that, Tang goes to a village far away from the city. Actually, this was the same place where she had once been taken by Lang and Shio. When Tang reaches there, as soon as Shin hears her voice, he shuts the door. But Tang sits outside and keeps trying to talk to him for a long time. Finally, Shin slowly stands up and opens the door. He had been sleeping under the bed. Inside, Tang tries to talk to him. She shows Shin an old high school photo and says, look at these eyes. They are full of love for you. You even gave me a pendant. Your feelings for me were real. Don't believe anyone else. Believe me. After saying this, she falls asleep right there. Then Shin carefully picks her up and puts her on the bed. But he realizes Tang has a high fever, so he takes care of her, gives her medicine, and stays with her. In the next scene, Shin and his team go to another city to attend a new competition. They enjoy and travel a lot, but suddenly, an accident happens. While saving a child, Shin gets slightly injured. This accident is very similar to the one from his past, and this helps Shin finally remember everything. When Shin tells Tang about it, her happiness is beyond words. The competition is very high profile. Shin even faces a foreign player who now becomes his rival. Meanwhile, the reunion of the couples is also shown. Everyone is together, enjoying happily. After that, Shin and Tang decide that when Shin gets selected in this competition, they will take their relationship to the next level. Then the important competition begins. Tang is covering it nicely. Many foreigners are also present. In the first round, Shin feels some pressure and comes at number 7, but still qualifies for the next round. In the second round, he performs better and starts moving ahead. But suddenly, a foreign player raises an objection. He demands Shin's doping test. When the report comes, it is completely clear. Actually, that foreigner had mixed something in Shin's water bottle. Shin didn't know anything. He wanted Shin to drink that water. But luckily, Tang herself had brought water for him. Once again, Tang becomes Shin's good luck. Finally, Shin wins the competition. Everyone celebrates there with joy. After that, Tang publishes a book about her life. She names it Hello Sharpshooter. Soon, it is revealed that Shin gets selected for the Olympics, but Shio doesn't. Then Ling says to her, whether Olympics happen or not, we can still celebrate our wedding, right? Now, all of Shin's memories have returned. Tang always thought she just had a crush on him. But Shin confesses, I loved you, Tang, from that time when even you didn't know it. Back in high school, Tang wanted to buy an expensive watch, but she couldn't afford it. So Shin did a part-time job and bought that watch for her. But on the very day he wanted to give it, the accident happened, and he never got the chance. Now, today, he finally gives her the same watch and proposes to her. Tang accepts happily, and this becomes the happy ending of the drama.